79短く2か。
スペースコロニーサイド3はジオン公国を名乗り地球連邦政府に対し独立戦争を仕掛けてきた。ジオン公国軍は既存の電子機器を使用可能とするミノフスキー粒子とその散布下における有志海戦闘用の巨大人型兵器モビルスーツを実戦投入することで物量で勝る連邦軍を圧倒した。開戦と同時にジオン公国軍は連邦軍総司令本部ジャブローを目標としスペースコロニーを地球に落下させるブリティッシュ作戦を決行。しかし連邦軍の必死の抵抗によりダメージを受けたコロニーはアラビア上空で崩壊し最大の破片はオーストラリアのシドニーを直撃。街を巨大な湾へと変貌させた。コロニー落としの失敗により戦争の長期化を予想したジオン公国軍は資源確保のため地球降下作戦を決行。電撃的に地上の3分の2を占領した。しかし慣れない地上での環境で兵は疲弊し伸びきった戦線を維持することは困難となり両軍の間にしばしの膠着状態が続くことになる。モビルスーツの脅威を目の当たりにした連邦軍はモビルスーツの開発量産に力を入れ来るべき反攻作戦の開始に備えていた。これはその戦争の中で歴史の表舞台に出ることなく戦い続けた者たちの物語。
Hello everyone. Hey Ta. So the Moodrock's interesting in what it is. I like the story and the idea of it. Psionic Front was really good. I just feel that they didn't really portray it really well. But still cool suit. I like Hover Gundam. Hover Gundam's cool. So I say Hover Zaku, which is also really cool. Alright. Hey, Digital Devil. Hey, well, crazy. Oh god, did the video get claimed already? Haven't even been live for a minute yet. Also, hey Raymond, the Eternal Rage? Yeah, I know it is you, Satan. Hey, Psionics and Imam. Yes, it's Missing Links, that missing story, where things happen that totally make sense. Yeah, half of it was Psionic Front, the other half was MS Igloo. Like, it's like a straight ripoff, it's great. Oof. Hey, Sev. Alright, do I sound okay and everything? I haven't changed the settings from the last stream, but you never know for sure. Oh, dude, all of my videos get claimed. Like, immediately. It's crazy. Well, at least all my Gundam videos do. That's why I play other games. Alright, does that sound better, or is it still going a bit high? Did I bump the gain, maybe? Alright. Yeah, Crazy Astray's here a lot. I don't know for sure, but... yeah, MS Saga's really great. I wish they did another one, but I don't think that's gonna happen at this point. Alright, so do we want to do Solomon, or not Solomon, the colony drop again? Yeah. Especially this year, busy's being busy. But do we want to do the colony drop again, or should we just continue on from actual descent? Alright, well, I'm gonna turn the game down real quick. Alright. So basically, we fought at Solomon and we showed out that we're super badasses, so no one regards us at all. That's how that works, right? Blue Destiny is in this game. I have to finish both the stories to unlock it, though. Or at least I think I do. A lot of the side story series is. These games, I translated a little of them back in the day, but I didn't really do much beyond that because of some real life stuff that came up, and spending like 10 hours to translate a video was a pain in the butt. If I remember correctly, Zionic Front in this game is from the manga, not from the actual story, so there are a lot of things that are just different. But yeah, no, this has never been officially translated. So we're a special forces team under Caecilia. We're supposed to do very secretive things. We, however, don't really do anything out of the ordinary from a standard Xeon squad. We're currently descending on North America. We are part of a group called Marcosius. Oh, that's just replaying that. Yeah. Can I skip? Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, so we're defending on North America. This is before Doug Schneid gets the effort Schneid, but that'll happen eventually. You talk about Doug Schneid's axe, Raymond, but there is literally a Dom with a Buster sword. That's a heat sword. That's Guy Helmuth, who's the other Zaku pilot. His mobile suit. I also did leave my heater on. Oh, I'll turn it off after this match. My bad.
A から G は成績順だって噂だぜ。もちろんシュナイド隊長は別だが、お前だって F 小隊だろ。俺は潜水艦ドックの制圧を任された。重りが必要なお前たちとは違うさ。くそ。なんだよギーのやつ。言わせておけよ。戦果を上げて鼻を明かしてやればいいさ。リベリュー、ヴィンセント、来い。
Alright. So they have tanks, which are literally stationary, and I'm missing. Oh, wait, is it? So this is true to form how combat between Type 61 tanks and Zaku's go. Literally, the way you take out a mobile suit with the Type 61 tank is you have 20 of them fire at the same time, and hope you guys have enough time to fire again. You have 2 barrels on your guns. I don't think 0081's in this. but I could be wrong.
通信を傍受したところ、被災地復旧のため基地の戦力は出払っているようです。
それは好都合。
コロニー落としの被災地か。先に分かってるやん。地上部隊に任せて危険な降下作戦なんかしなくて済むの。
情けない。危険な任務こそ強者に与えられる。
Oh, you see, these guys are special, and they know things about combat that everyone else in Xeon didn't consider for like 6 months. Even though this is May. Yeah, that's from Journey to Jabro or Journey to Jabro. It's from the intro cutscene where like the Zaku turns the corner and a bunch of tanks fire all at once.
F 小隊の穴埋めは A 小隊にお任せを。潜水艦ドックに向かいます。
A 小隊、勝手には持ち場を離れるな。地上部隊の援護を続けろ。
了解。
I can agree with that. GBO2, especially after a while, just gets annoying. And eventually you get tired of the enemy just like stunning you, you falling back, trying to stand back up and getting stunned as you stand back up. I have, however, played a absolute ton of that game, so I'm not one to talk. I just haven't, you know, got the suits I wanted, so I'm salty. Has anyone been able to get a match today? I still can't. I've tried. Hey, McLeod. Yep, okay. So, I'm kind of pissed off that the Japanese players are just fine. And, like, I usually do the Japanese clients for most things, but with this one, I'm like, no, I'll just do my English account. And now it's like, oh yeah, the Japanese players are completely fine, but we aren't. And we're not getting any compensation for it, so I'm just stuck on 26. There are 25 missions out of 26. And I need literally 2 more tokens to get the next rank. But it is what it is. So the only 2 banner mobile suits I've gotten were the full armor Hyako Shiki and the Zeku Eans, and I got them on the same pole. If you want the GOG, you can buy it from the GP shop. That's where I got mine.
お前たちだけの手柄じゃないからな。あいつよっぽど悔しかった。
So we're at California base. Basically, we just captured a submarine yard so that they could construct some submarines. If this looks familiar, this is you actually do the other half of this stage in Zeonic Front. Yeah. You basically go in and capture the actual inside of the facilities, versus this one where we just took out some tanks who were sitting on top. Heyo, Delta Wolf. This is how we got the Jukon class and renamed it to something else. And then we got the fatter one, which we called the Lockwood class. Hey, Sev, you joke about that, but Rezeon did it. Yeah, so we're gonna fly a sub from Earth to Mars, and then we're gonna turn it into a floating battleship. Why? I don't know, but we're gonna do it. Though apparently they built the submarines on Mars and then turned them into floating battleships. Yeah, the Jupiter Empire is paying them a shitload of money for all the rare materials that would come off Mars to get sent to them instead of Earth. That's why everyone thinks Mars is a shitty colony, is because it's not producing anything. Oh yeah, it makes no sense. So we're going to build a massive ocean underneath the poles and have mobile suits in that ocean. Oh god, guys, Type 61 tanks. Hey, but we get a high-speed Zaku. My new test type, anyway. Oh, hey! Vincent gets his own mobile suit now. Yeah. High-speed Zaku. So he's not only the pilot of the high-speed Zaku, he's now also an ace. Wait, is that really a thing, Crazy? I don't remember that, but I wouldn't be surprised. There's like, 6 clones. Type 61 jugglers. So it's a GM, except for there's 2 Type 61 tanks mounted on the shoulders. And then the hands are also replaced by the main cannons of a Type 61. It's just Voltron. It's a bubble suit with Type 61 tanks mounted on the front and top. And has a GM head. So when it disassembles, one of the tanks has just a GM head mounted on it. You guys, remember those Zaku trucks from Double Zeta? Where they, mounted a Zaku head on a truck? It's basically that. I mean, they have an underwater ball. The fisheye. The greatest of mobile suits. Guys, they have Type 61 tanks. What do we do? I wasn't trained for this. Yeah, if we're really unlucky, we could get hurt. Do I actually have a heat sword? No, I have an axe. But it says sword, damn it. Don't worry, they're veteran tanks, so they're slightly harder to gun down in one shot. They take 2 shots instead. Well, technically, yeah. You could be a vet during the 1-year war, They did have things existing before that. Oh, yeah, so let's stand in front of the big tray. Your arm will definitely protect you from those guns that are literally pointed at you. Well, the side guns weren't, but the front guns were. Yeah. The Federation Type 61 tank actually existed before the Federation. It was the Chinese Type 61. Or it might have had a different type number, I don't exactly remember. But yeah, it was an American or a Chinese design right before the war. World War III, i.e. And it was just kind of adopted because the Earth Federation didn't think it would need weapons again. But they did. I'm like, hey, let me target this tank. No. That big tray in Zionic Front is actually a danger. Like, that thing will fuck you up.
こんな敵地に陸上戦艦がいる。
連邦の物量は相変わらずですね。まあ、いくら湧いて出てきても無駄なのに。
I mean, the thing is big enough. Technically, you could land a helicopter on it.
だからこそ我々のような一騎当選のエリート部隊が必要なのだ。
There's actually a
上層部も期待している。
Type 6, or there's a big tray that you can fit a mobile suit into.
俺たちマルコシアス隊は特別だ。特に F 小隊だな。そりゃうちの G 小隊だってそうさ。お前んとこは総隊長と新型のおかげだろ。
I wonder if you could land like a gun prey on it or something bigger. Or if you'd have to land it next to it and have them offload it and then like load it onto trucks into a rear cargo bay or something. Oh yeah, Gao's literally, like, you could roll up the front and back of the cargo bay, and you could land in it like it was an airstrip. They were designed for deploying DOPS. I was about to say Gaos are designed to fire for deploying Gaos. So you just have, like, one Gao on top of the other, and then the other one launches off like a... Oh yeah, you have a bunch... You have, like, those Russian nesting dolls of Gaos. Like, you have a big Gao, and then you open up the door, and it's a smaller Gao. Then you open up the door again, up until you get, like, a toy Gao. Oh, hey! That guy on his, not Brave Cod, Henry Ord? The pilot of the original effort. Hey, and we got the effort Schneid. The effort Doug Schneid. Yeah, the Xeon pilot from Cross Dimensions that fought the Pixie. He died in combat. He was like a slave soldier. And he dies in combat, and the rest of his squad disappears. The main character also disappears out of the Pixie and is never seen again. Though in a certain game that will not be mentioned... he shows up back on the side of the AUG during the 1 Year War, or during the Grips conflict, and then disappears. Oh, is it Henry Boone? Yeah, that's right, it is Henry Boone. God, don't even get me started on how they stole a Pixie. Yeah, Bork Cry is in the Pixie. And then Saki was the Xeon girl, if I remember correctly. So yeah, apparently the Federation just misplaces a Pixie. Oh god! Mobile suits! Wait, they're like big Type 61 tanks. So... Okay. They're enemy mobile suits. You've killed hundreds of tanks. Like, they're not scary. Though I should probably be Doug Schneid for this one. So there were 3 Pixies made during the 1 Year War. There were more made after, but don't worry about that for now. One went to Albatross Base in the Gobi Desert, the one in the middle of China. One of them went to Belfast for later deployment, and then one went to Augusta base in Georgia for testing. The one that went to Augusta base would eventually be sold and bought by Brave Federal, or True Federal, which is a Gundam Katana thing. The Belfast one is the one they got in this series, and then the standard one would be abandoned outside of Albatross base after it was attacked by Zeon remnants. Or Zeon guerrilla warfare fighters. I went too far into the guerrilla warfare thing. Are we in the Gobi? I wasn't paying attention. We might be in the Gobi. I figured we'd be in the deserts in North America. But I'm just running into a wall. So this is Doug Schneid. He has a shotgun. That tank just beat me by literally being underneath me. Wow. Okay, and then I have my hand machine gun. Oops. I died. I can almost assure you that is exclusively because I was like, let's melee a tank. Yeah. Basically some level 2 veterans. Those guys are powerful. Yeah, I like legit kicked over the thing and it was like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep swinging when it's underneath my feet. Oh! Wait, they have legs and not treads. Is the Federation so advanced? So your squad leader, who's not Doug Schneid, I can't remember what his name is right now, but the main guy who you are is Vincent Glasser, and then the other dude's Guy Helmuth. I can't remember what the other dude's name is, but basically he's that cocky dude from the last mission who was like saying, "Oh, the Federation can't do shit to us." Or if you mean when I died, that was because I was using the effort with Doug Schneid, but... Yeah, so they treated that beam saber like it was a solid object. Like, the dude bounced off of it. Though, I don't think Agar's very difficult to fight in this one. If I remember correctly, like, the one-on-one fights are incredibly easy, and then the boss fights are just insanely difficult, for no good reason. Oh, dude, I would beat the shit out of these guys. We need to return these guys back to the Federation, or back to Zealand, so they can get studied. Like, they have beam weapons. That means they have batteries. We need those. Guys, we need to be terrified. This is going to be a whole new way of warfare. New way of warfare! Hey, we unlocked some new stuff in the VR mode. Yeah, there's a whole new way of warfare, so, we need to be terrified. We aren't, you know, already superior to them. They have mobile suits. We should be afraid. What was that fucker's name? Oh, so the guy's name is Librio Luke. I assume so as well. We don't really get good information as to what. Also, that's an Igloo scene, right? Or is that in Zeonic Front? I remember something similar in Igloo, but actually, yeah, I think that's from Zeonic Front. Oh, hey! Our Lord and Savior, Makuve! If you say anything bad about him, he'll rip your eyeballs out of their sockets, and then stab you. Yeah. Alright, so basically the Federation is crossing over the English Channel using a bunch of hover ships, and we have to intercept them and stop them. Ding! God, I wanted them to come back so bad. I hate that they keep teasing us and then nothing happens. If you guys don't know, Gutted Ren with Gundam Abridged. I know there's another person who's doing it, but it just doesn't have the same feel to it. Yeah. I don't think the F-Type existed in this game. I think the F-Type came out with the Noble Shroud, which was around, like, 2015? And this game was 2012. They don't... they cross over in Britain before we get there. Or from Britain. Wow, these guys are weird. They are like in better mobile suits than we have. The speed, the power. It could only be a Gundam. Huh. Weird that it already has its own, like, designation marking, too. Oh, asshole. Exactly what you expect to happen in Melee with the Pixie. The Slave Wraith does not. The Slave Wraith has literally every advantage every other mobile suit has, but not the Hades system. That wouldn't be till the Pale Rider. Which, I should... Oh. Yeah.
あれほどのモビルスーツとパイロットが
我々のような選抜部隊かもしれないが
次は俺様がやってやるぜ
So, so it was only in the manga of Missing Links, where literally everyone and their brother got Pale Riders. That doesn't happen in this one. The Pale Rider is a singular suit. But in the manga, Travis gets one, Vincent gets one, Chloe has one, and then some other random dude has one. And then there's also the there's the Federation Aggressor Pale Rider that also exists. Because that needed to be a thing. They're like, hey, I know we're a secret organization, and we have one suit to kill everyone else, but we built 6 of them. This is Guy Helmuth, by the way. Edgy little bastard, but, you know, Heat Saber. Or Heat Buster Sword. Yeah, so we built like 6 of them. What should we do with them? Oh, we'll just leave them in a transport ship in orbit, so our enemies can capture them. Shouldn't we like use them on the battlefield or something? Nah. And yeah, the Trouts Rider is they bring it back to Axis to study it. And over the years, they upgraded a ton up until 0096, where it kind of becomes the Trouts Rider. Alright, so we're helping to defend Odessa. The only thing is Federation forces are pushing into Odessa, and this is going to be rough. And by rough, I mean we're probably all going to die. Because there's definitely not a nuke that's about to go off in the base. That's crazy. That being said, if you're playing this in Gihren's Greed, you attack Odessa for the first time with a single set of tanks, or a fighter plane. You wait for the nuke to go off, you retreat, and then have your real army come in. Because it destroys half of the enemies on the field. So if you have one unit, it just half damages you. If the enemy has like 100 units here, they lose 50 of them. Yeah, they were commandeered. Gotta use the correct military term. So this is the end of November of the 1 Year War. So they would have gun tank 2s. I don't think they would have been rolled out of Jaburo yet, but they would have them. Because they're technically MSV. So, oh, was it Albert who died, not Librio? Yeah.
目の前の敵を確実に倒していくんだ。相変わらず謙虚だな。そんなんじゃいつまで経ってもここから抜け出せないぜ。ポイント稼ぎがそんなに大事か。当たり前だ。俺は絶対にエース部隊に入るんだ。
Hey, so somebody under your command just charged at the enemy like an idiot. Let's have a frank discussion about it instead of, you know, saving our allies who are about to get themselves killed. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Guy shooting at me, please. Oh wow, I get a char kick. Oh. Don't worry. Oh, was it 0091? I thought it was 0096 for some reason. It was after Double Zeta. That's all I remember for sure. Because somebody we'll meet later gets a Quinn Mothra that's painted red. For some reason, they built another Quinn Mothra as well. You do. If you're standing over an enemy that's exploding, you take damage. That's why I try to boost away from them when I see them.
今は持ち場を離れるな。
しかしこのままでは A 小隊が全滅です。 F 小隊だって
我々が動けば総崩れになるぞ。
A 小隊通信途絶。敵に囲まれつつあります。隊長撤退しましょう。
すでにここは包囲網の中だ。
そんな。
Yeah. Absolutely, use Mega Grenade. It avoids their armor.
諦めるな。どこかに退路はあるはずだ。
支援爆撃の予定時間まで持ちこたえろ。
リメリオ、ここが正念場だぞ。
敵に包囲されているぞ。全員ばらけるな。
Thanks for spawning right in front of me. And then, you know, not targeting the one that spawned right in front of me. Appreciate it. Yep. Yep, I just died to that. Oh. No, I want that one, please. No, I don't have to melee them. I can literally just gun them down if I want. The other thing is, melee does a bunch of damage because it's the Schneid. Fuck. Oh well. Really? Wow. Yeah. See, this is what I want from Odessa. Just like shitloads of enemies just coming at me at all times. And then to get shot in the back like that. Oh, do I have missile pods? Oh. Oh, thanks, game. Not the one in front of me. The one across the stage. You know, for max score, I would have wanted to wait 5 seconds and then just let him get repaired and then do that, but oh well. I have no idea if normal high mobility is in this game. Alright, so we're basically at the Battle of Odessa. The Federation forces are invading from Britain and crossing the channel and attacking us. Basically. We're trying to push them out. and losing badly. This is, of course, one of the games that was never translated into English, so you just have my shitty translation of it. Hey, right, hey, Deathbringer. Yeah, I said I would be back. Yeah. Manga being translated, that's funny. I think we got a chapter of it translated, and then the team quit. No, the manga hasn't been translated. I think a chapter of it got translated, and then they quit. That's usual with those kind of things, though. Yeah, the first part of the story is covered in Genesis. And it's kind of weird because they combined both the storylines, which, at least in my opinion, actually made it kind of concise. But they still skipped a bunch of stuff. So yeah, you can watch my videos on Genesis. They should be labeled by the name. Those are pretty old videos, though, I will warn you. Yeah. Hey, so Granada! The Zanzibar with the extra booster on the back. We're gonna defend a Zanzibar that's escaping, that's totally not escaping for any reason. Yeah. We're winning the battle, clearly. So we're defending a Zanzibar that's escaping with Mikuve and, I believe, Caecilia on board with it. We're just covering their escape, because we don't know it, but there's a nuke in Odessa that's about to explode. Oh yes, he also included his vase. I can't forget that. Oh no, see, the Federation would never shoot down a fleeing Zanzibar with a sniper. Especially not if it was a medical ship carrying a bunch of refugees. That'd be crazy. It is PS3. This was released right before the PS4 was released. I believe it was like November of 2012 that it came out. Also, hey Gundam Russ. Yeah, it was a Ming Dynasty vase. Oh, wow, it's all quiet, like something's happening. Everyone, no, but mostly everyone, yes. War crimes are very common, and the reason why a lot of people will commit war crimes is the person who decides what a war crime is the victor. So if your side does a bunch of war crimes and defeats the enemy, they weren't war crimes, they're valid war acts of war, whereas what the enemy did were war crimes. And thus they're evil. So if you can do whatever you want and get away with it, why wouldn't you do it? Yeah. Especially in a place like the Federation where, as long as victory is achieved, questions aren't asked. Yeah. If you fail, there's an inquiry. If you win, good job. Oh hey, look! A Project V gun tank, or gun cannon. They made a bunch of these, right? Right? I hate to tell you this, but that's exactly how it works these days. Because the country in charge of the human rights commissions is America, France, Russia, and Saudi Arabia and Israel. if we do something that's illegal, we cover it up and there's no investigation. If Russia does something like that, America calls them on it, takes the bribe, and then doesn't call them on it. Because the Earth today is really shitty. No, this is the high mobility type. This is basically a Zaku J with a bunch of extra thrusters on it. I have a full playthrough of Genesis, half of a playthrough of Crossrays. I have a couple of episodes of Spirits, but I totally plan on streaming that one day. I translated the first episode of Neo, but I never played beyond that. And I have the Super Robot Wars games, but I plan on finishing those sometime this year as well. Come on. Thank you. Oh, did I win or lose? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, like I didn't pay attention to any mission. Okay. That was... It was a survive. Got it. Yeah. Sentinel's a book. Or Gundam Sentinel's a book. If there's a game that has Sentinel in it, I'll play it, but I don't think any of the games do. Sentinel's owned by a different company, so Bandai doesn't want to pay money. Yeah. Crossrays is really fun. I just get tired of all the unit spam. And how easy the rest of it is. Yeah, Sentinel has... Or, Neo has style. Like, legitimately. Like, it's SD, and you can tell that it's a PS1 game. But damn, do they make combat look good. Oh my god.
F から B へレ
SD Gundam G Generation Overworld for the PSP, which has a English patch to it, did have most of the storylines. Not every single one, but a lot of them. So they can totally do it, they just haven't yet. Well, at least not for the PS4 titles. We imagine that the next one will, but it just hasn't yet. We have no word on it, though, if it is or not. Also, Kai Shiden in a fucking gun cannon kicking my ass. I approve. That dude had shit. Really? Oh my god. That guy, please. The one shooting at me. Tank, please. No, G Gundam is not in Crossrays, sadly. Oh yeah. They really shouldn't be able to home, especially not like that. Maybe initially, but... Yeah, I like Genesis. Even though it's only UC, it's actually really good. I had a lot of fun. The balance is kind of all over the place, but you get used to it. Crossrays was like, oh, so you guys thought this game was too easy. I know what makes games hard. More enemies. Which, at least in my opinion, is the worst way to do it. Because it's very rarely that there aren't enough enemies. It's very rarely that, or it's usually the case that the AI is fucking brain dead, and all you do is end up shooting, like, boards. And so giving them more boards isn't interesting. So, by design, I actually like the dispatch system on Crossrays. Like, it's a good concept. I don't like how they brought it to you. Basically, it's like, hey, you can send your guys on missions that can get you interesting rewards and change up the game. They also get experience and money for this. They, however, made it super easy to get experience and money, and just made it a grind fest. Which screwed it up. Yeah, I'm really hoping they don't lock me into somebody else, but I am literally hammering square right now. Yep, and they locked me onto somebody else. As a fucking course they did. Nope, I didn't want to lock on, you assholes. Oof.
ですが、部隊はチリチリです。どれだけ損害があるか。
今は生き残ることを考えろ。
Yeah.
バックアップと合流ポイントは覚えているな。
That was really freaking close.
港で合流する。
はい。了解です。
Yeah. Also, I was more of a Digimon fan than a Pokemon fan, but I did play both. Or at least recently I've started playing both. But, Digimon World 1, that was my fucking jam for the longest time. And I will be streaming that again at some point. I just want to get other stuff done beforehand. Because that game takes forever to finish.
これ以上の戦闘は無理です。本当に助けは来るんですか。また置き去りにされたんじゃ。
助けは来る。友軍を信じろ。
So it's based off of the high mobility Zaku, which is based off of the F2, I believe. So technically it's similar to the R1, but it's for ground use. Yeah, I have the successor game for World 1. Autumn talked me into buying it, and it's really fun. You control, like, 2 Digimon, and you can, like, combine them and stuff. I've played, quite a bit of it right now. Oh, hey, I got a trophy. Missing Links. The first part. Or part 1, I should say. Yeah, in Crossrays, I really liked when I had 2 tall geeses, because I could just literally gun everyone down I was anywhere near, and just completely destroy them.
回の作戦内容きっちり頭に入れておくんだ。
So we got past part 1 of Missing Links. We have 2 more parts.
ミッション内容を確認するんだ。
All right.
機体の状況を確認しておく。よかろう。前期出撃。
Yep. See you, Satan. Yeah, there's also a Federation side to this, which is basically the same battles, just the opposite side. But yeah, Xeon, a lot of Xeon's issues were based off of issues with Germany. Like their supply lines, everything came from Side 3, so everything was manufactured in Side 3. Near on the end of the war, they started manufacturing stuff in California and New York, which saved their butts more than you'd think. Most of mobile suits also used completely separate parts from other mobile suits. So you would have to individually manufacture the parts you need, instead of using just one set of parts. This was eventually fixed in the United Maintenance Plan, but a little bit too late. Yeah. Ah. I was trying to be cool. Come on. Ooh, that was a weird one. Wow, Aqua GMs! These are Aqua GMs. These are literally the only aquatic mobile suit the Federation Navy ever developed. And they use them all the way to 102, I believe. That's the big question. If the Gundam hadn't survived that operation, some people say that Zeon would have won, or if Zeon had captured it at Side 7 or later, Zeon could still have won. But I'm always in the camp of, if the Gundam didn't do it, the next one would have done it. So you have your Gundam 2 or your zany X123, like your next mobile suit from the Federation would have done it, because there's no way the Federation wouldn't be constantly developing more suits. Oh, god damn it. Oh! Wow, it's actually a battleship. That's cool. I know it didn't do anything, but I made it shoot missiles into itself, so theoretically the ship was shooting itself. Oh my god. What is going on? I'm so confused. Oh, I thought I had sunk the ship. My bad. Oh, okay. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know how to get out of there.
別動隊を確認。全員ギーラ。やる。そんなもの。
行け。敵を落としました。俺に任せろ。敵を落としました。
Yeah. Like, these guys are badasses, and then we're gonna fight, like, normal GMs, and they're gonna be like, I have a shield!
敵戦力の排除完了。やったな、ヴィンセント。
これで補給が受けられる。ウンディーネの連中も喜ぶぜ。
プラットフォームは奪還した。あとはマッドアングラーとの合流を待つ。
高い空、広い海、それに太陽。地球の風景はすごいな。
景色じゃ腹は膨れないけどな。
Yeah, theoretically, any mobile suit that's designed for space can work underwater. It's a similar process, but you probably couldn't go very far without the depth crushing you. But something that's that low, that's only like 100 feet, you probably wouldn't feel too much. It would probably screw the crap out of your like servos and stuff, but it wouldn't damage it. Yeah. Now, see, if you started the first half of the Federation campaign only in tanks, and you had to survive, that would be awesome. That was a bad angler. Well, see, they're customized F-types. Should he have an F2 at this point? Yeah, probably. He just doesn't. The other one has a high mobility, which is technically an ace unit, and then the effort, which there's like 8 of. But yeah, so back to the would Xeon have won if the Gundam never happened? I think there would be another Gundam that would come up, or another thing like the Gundam. But there is a story called Negative Z, where Xeon wins the 1-year war by basically suborning Amuro into joining with Rumble Rawl. And they take the Gundam into possession. Eventually they manage to capture the White Base and the gun tank. And then they use the data from the White Base to find Jaburo. Which, ironically, we're at the Battle of Jaburo. So, basically, the Mad Angler Squadron, along with Char Aznable, managed to find the location of Jaburo. The Aquatic Assault failed, so we're throwing everything at him. And we mean everything. We're depleting the garrisons for this. Yeah, that one GM with the Hyper Hammer just comes in and wrecks your shit. It's like, oop, never saw that coming. Yeah, the Gals are just like openly carpet bombing. Mobile suits are literally airdropping in above it. We're depleting the entire North American garrison and the African garrison just for this assault. Yeah. Yeah, the only way I could really see Xeon truly winning would have been to put a blockade around the Earth and just say, nothing comes up. Ever. You try to send anything up, we drop a colony. Or we drop a meteor. What are these red mobile suits? They're red, they must go 3 times faster. They have shields and a short-range shotgun. How do we defeat this? We charge them head-on? Genius idea. You so deserve a promotion. Yeah, the girl who was crying earlier was Rosa, I believe her last name is. She is a fledgling student of the Flanagan Institute, if you know what that is. Basically a new type. She's here for combat training because we're supposed to be a Special Forces battalion. Are we really? I don't know. I wouldn't say so, but that's me. Anyway, she's here for things, and she's about to get the ride of her life because she's not used to people dying. And this is basically destroying her senses. A lot of people are dying today. Oh. You're a GM. I thought you were Schneid. Oh. Hey, Fred's here. So that's Kirkland. And then over there must be the Unabomber. So this is Travis Kirkland, i.e. our dad, but we don't know that yet. The guy in the gun cannon is the Unabomber. Literally, his story is based off the Unabomber. He's basically in trouble because he threatened to bomb some people and killed about 6 people. He's the edgy character for the series for reasons unknown. His character is basically pointless except for he likes blowing things up. He is not as bad as Rubber, though, who literally can devote 90% of his dialogue to, I want to kill people, can I kill them? Are you really gonna melee me? Oof. Yeah, she is the bishop pilot. We're just the Special Forces battalion. The Federation side is the Suicide Corps. Alright, Captain Rope, I don't know what you're asking me. Call Butterfly? Or do you mean British? That there was the, Oh. We have to fight that, okay. What the shit is going on? Okay, so the Pale Rider is there. The Slave Wraith is probably fighting it. I'm gonna run away now. I'm not that crazy. Also, I hate that. That's annoying. That GM literally just shot his ally in the back. Come on, no. That one, thank you. They have another one? Oh wait, that's a heavy weapon set. For some reason I was reading that as SW instead of WR. I was like, wait, there's more? These are the Ground Gundam heavy weapons type. They basically have a backpack that allows them to carry more guns. And so they have a big ass fuck you cannon in their backpack. Now. Yeah, I invited that one. Oh, god damn it. Of course, there was a guy right next to me. Alright. Oh, those are tanks. I'm like treating them like they're gun cannons. Cool. That was fun. Alright, so so the colony itself was called Island Iffish. Or IFFISH. The operation was called British. So it wasn't Butterfly, it was Iffish. Yeah. I don't know, I'm racking up all these points. Yeah, we have a waifu. And by waifu, I mean she hates us with a passion and wants to murder us. So if you're into the yandere thing, I mean, you're good, but I'm not. I don't think any of the 0081 stuff is. Or, Shin Matsunaga, anyway. Oh. That's pretty cool, if Gato's in this. Yeah. She goes even crazier in the... after the war. I believe it's its own... well... So there's Gato's Dom, and then there's the one that Gato uses in combat. That one was actually Delaz's Dom. And that's its own model. I can't remember what it's called right now. But the one that he used that was in his ace colors was just a regular Rick Dom. But that one got either damaged or disassembled or something. And the Gelgoog he was using during Abo-Aku got damaged. So Delaz gave him his mobile suit for the escape. Yeah, part of it is like, so imagine you failed someone. Imagine that person was there to remind you. Imagine you failed a couple of people, and they were all there to remind you. Now live with that for 6 years. Think about how your state of being would be. Even if they don't really blame you for what happened, you would still feel like you failed. Now constantly remind yourself about that. Every time you close your eyes, every time you sleep, every time you do anything you enjoy, you're full of this hate. How would you feel about it? The ground-type Gelgoog beam rifle is a prototype beam rifle that technically the output's higher, but you get fewer shots. It's also more expensive. So it's not that they didn't have them, it's just that you generally didn't use it because the mass production version was better. Well, so from this story, I believe there's like 10 named people. From the Federation side, I believe it's 6. That'd be about 16. There's all of White Dingo, there's Zionic Front, there's the Matt Healy one. I can't remember the name of that one right now. So, I would say a lot. Okay, for a second I thought that was RGM80. I was like, wait, fuck. G-Lines are in this game? Thanks. Hey, Vex. That's just a gun platform. Ooh, I don't like that. That's weird. Alright, fine. I'll go for these ones over here. Yeah, I really don't like that. That's a weird effect. Oh. Yeah, so let's boost all the way over there. So I can't shoot you in the back with... Or I can't stab you in the back, at least. For the record, that guy deserves a medal. He did good. Oh hey, that's a Zaku can or a GM cannon. No, thanks. Yeah, that's a mass production gun tank. Oh, I wanted the other one. Oh well. I thought that was over a hill, so I was like trying to get close to it. Like, nah, it's just under some trees. So this is also one of the reasons why I don't think the Absolus would be very effective at Jaburo. Is fixed defenses are still a thing. If you have a giant cannon that, you know, fires a beam, if it has to be anywhere near them, that's just a giant target. To the point where if it's big enough and stationary enough, you could fire mortars at the top of it. And Vex, are you asking if I would want to pilot a mobile suit? No. Not at all. I mean, it's a cool idea, but, like, it's the same thing in real life. Like, would you want to drive a tank? I've been in a tank. I'm good. Tankers are assholes. If anything, I would be Supply Sergeant. Because even if Gihren rolled into the base, I'd be like, I surrender. Here, have all the records to the supply locker. I'll go get in my cell. Yes. Just Fritz sitting on the corner casting Sheffield. It's like, oh, no, we're immune to shots. It's fine. Oh, yeah, I think we only had Abrams. Like, it was 2009? No, it was 2010 to 2012, so I think it was all Abrams. I was also seeing Hercules. Or I rode in a Hercules because I had to. And then a bunch of trucks. I never got to be in a Bradley, though I did sit on top of one at one point. Oh, yay, Fort Polk. Louisiana, that's what I wanted to do. Yeah. Alright, so now we are assaulting a Zeonic, or we're protecting a Zeonic supply base back in California that's going to launch HLVs into space. Also, hey, Alexander. Oh yeah, we've already fought the Slave Wraith. I've already complained about it. About how it should have none of those accessories because they hadn't been invented yet. Oh, is that one of the DLC suits? I definitely do not. So, you could make a ground-to-space laser, but you couldn't use any targeting software, which would mean it'll have to be hand-aimed, so you'd have to make it rapid-fire. And making rapid-fire, high-energy weapons is kind of difficult. With Minovsky particles, you can't really use radar-guided munitions or anything like that, because the radar will get absorbed. So you can't really use it for anything but LiDAR. So you'd have to make a large, rapid-fire cannon to get accurate shots. And you're starting to get to the point where you could just scale it up to a bunch of, like, anti-air guns and be perfectly fine. Okay, so this is one of those weird series where when the Zaku explodes and hits the ground, they're perfectly fine. They just repair the Zaku and it's good. Oh, fuck. That was just like, yeah, you... Oh, you want to come in here? Well, here, have some laser fire to the face. So these are desert-type GMs. And those are mass production gun cannons. Oh, yeah. the lip of the crater isn't allowing us to hit them, but that's fine. Oh look, more tanks! Yes, they do have railguns. So, oh, that's a sniper custom. Oh, I thought that was a gun tank. Fun. Yeah, so they're railguns that fire standard munitions for Bandai reasons. I don't know. So they're not too scary, but they could be really dangerous if you let them be. Alright. Nope. Yeah, there are GM cannons in the game. I used one on the last stream. I actually just killed a couple of them in the last stage too. Oh, god damn it. They do have the high ground. Are we really, like, removing snipers the hard way? Doug, can you turn around and fight the guy shooting at us? Can I target this dude? Did I, like, lose my head and can't target anymore or something? Yeah, if those are Sniper 2s, we'd be fucked. But those aren't invented yet, or at least shouldn't be. They won't come out for, like, 3 days. Yeah, I ate that shot, like, straight in the face. Oh, god damn it. Oh, there you are. Oh, that's how you're supposed to do this. That makes a lot of sense. You know, the gun that arcs when it fires, as it turns out, is really good for firing up cliffs. Oh. Yeah, I ate that one. Yep, I fell off anyway, but that's fine. Oh, that's a gun cannon. Yeah, I think a lot of people wish Crossfire was better, to be honest. I definitely do. Crossfire was such a good game, but, like, it just ran like garbage and was not fun to play. For the record, yeah, Xeon should be doing orbital bombardments, but they never do. Apparently they did, to cover the landing from the moon. They just stopped. For whatever reason. I think the PS3 emulator in, like, a couple of decades might. But the PS3 is, like, a really hacked together system and runs very strangely at times. So just emulating it's probably going to be incredibly difficult, and the fact that it doesn't run good on native hardware means the emulator is probably going to have issues too. So the PS3 has 9 cores in it. 8 are video cores, 1 is a processing core. For whatever reason, about half of the games use the video cores as a processing core and the processing core as a video core. And we have no idea why. It just does. Yeah, it's real weird. And, like, people who worked on those titles are just like, yeah, we don't know either. It just started doing that and it worked and actually improved the performance, so we accepted it. I don't know if you've looked into any of the, like, PS2 series things either, but a lot of the PS2 games were made like a weird hack. Were done to it to make the game run, and they just kind of left it in there the entire time. So almost every game has a different issue running with it that you just have to account for, because that's how the developers made it work, and it worked, so no one questioned it. Yeah, Unicorn isn't very long because, like, it's supposed to be the lead up to Unicorn, and then, like, 1 or 2 OVAs, I think, because it came out way too early. The DLC apparently, like, fixed a lot of stuff and made it kind of interesting, but still a very short game. Yeah, a lot of the a lot of emulators have those issues, and a lot of consoles just are randomly set up to be weird. And, like, you ask the people why, and they're like, well, the company came in and said it has to be running like this by the end of the day, so I made it run like this. And then everyone built on top of that, and we couldn't take it out. I have Never Ending Tomorrow. I totally could. In this one, this is story mode, so I don't get to choose. If I was doing VR mode, I would. I also have the grid-based strategy Gundam Seed game. I forget which one that one's called. Generations of CE. I have that one as well. But that one's really disappointing. Yeah, so I think after I do, like, this mission, I might call the stream, because it's almost midnight for me. And we'll go check out VR after this. Maybe next Friday we'll play more of this. If I'm, you know, conscious and not destroyed by work. Oh. Yeah, it came out for about 6 months. You can ask Polar Dash about it. He really liked that game. But he's actually Japanese, so... I'll play Another Century R at some point. I don't know when. I want to finish up the games I've already played before, though, this week. Basically what's happening is, These guys have to defect from the Federation because of the Pale Rider, and they're currently masquerading as a Zeon Special Forces team. And the Barkosis are like, no, you're not. Quit fucking lying to us, you're spies. And then our dad's like, oh, hey, you have the same name as my ex-girlfriend. How's she doing? And he's like, wait, what? So this is an uneasy alliance to cover their escape to an HLV. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure I shot my new allies. At least once. Yeah. Sadly, I can't play the Pixie. Actually, the Pixie's a lot of fun because all you do is, like, float around and stab people. I also can't for the life of me see anything. It is a massive yellow. That one, please. Thank you. No. Oh, for that person who asked a little while ago about the GM cannon, there's one right here. Oh, I wanted to stab it in the back, but oh well. The Pale Rider Cavalry is not in this game. That is a manga thing. For whatever reason, in the manga, there's like 80 Pale Riders. In this game, there's the one. Technically the two if you count the Troud's Rider, but it was made from the same suit, damn it. It's the same thing. I have the Pale Rider Heavy Weapons type in GBO. I don't have the Cavalry, though. I like the Cavalry because it has that, like, the multi-line launcher. That thing's really cool. Oh yeah, I also have the Troud's Rider. I don't have the standard, though. The one I have is a 550, I think, so I very rarely get to use it. I might have the space type too. I don't really play in space, so I don't remember. Is that guy my dad? Nah, that'd be crazy. Oh shit, he's my dad. Alright, I'm gonna call it here. Let's go check out what we got in VR mode, and then I'll end it. Next week we can finish up the rest of the Zeon story. And then we'll tackle the Federation. Yeah, we got, 11 stages done. 2 to 12. I mean, technically the next stage would be the end of part 1. Alright, we might do the next stage as well. Yep, still 10 VR missions. I hate you, Doris. This is our hyper hacker Doris. Oh, well, that was the wrong one. Alright, so we got us a ground GM. Well, we already had those. Ah, because we were playing Xeon. So we got us a goof. We got us a Goru Goof? Garu? Anyway. We have our Johnny Ridden Gelgook. We got a Desert Zaku. We got a Zaku Kai. I was about to say the Desert Zaku Kai. Cannon. We got our Domu. We got our other Dom. We got Vincent Gleisner High Mobility Zaku. We got Rikadomu. Oh, and that's it. I wonder if that's supposed to be Fenrir. Like it's one of the Midnight Fenrir suits. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna do the one more stage and then I'm gonna be done. Because it's the end of part 1, so. Oh, they're from Lost War Chronicles? What would Garu be? Yeah, there's definitely Garu. Are they, Legion suits, maybe? The Xeonic Foreign Legion. Yeah. So, in Japanese... Oh, Gar! Okay, that makes sense. Wolfgar. Yeah. So, in Japanese, when you do English words, use katakana, and they just sound similar, and you're supposed to be able to figure out what it is. I always have the worst time figuring that stuff out. Unless I know what the word is beforehand, I just have to guess, and it's like, So it's like, if you don't know exactly what you're talking about beforehand, you got nothing. Yeah, Formo. I'm literally about to end this. I just wanted to do the, like, one more mission. So yeah, it's about midnight. I need to go do my, I need to go do the dishes before they stack up for another night. Is this a real operations of a Gundam type? Or the real performance of a Gundam type? Oh. Hey look, flying mantas! Oh, Nice, snipers. So we meet, the Federation side meets you. We're about to do Solomon. Yeah, we like go up into Solomon and do space stuff. And go encounter the Pale Rider again. Yeah. Once we do the Federation side, we'll encounter you around here. Yep. Ballsack is having, like, the hardest time murdering that one guy. Alright, cool. Can I target the guy literally right next to me? I know when I hit the R1 button, it's supposed to retarget. And you think I don't want to retarget, but... Dude. I wouldn't mind a PC port of this game as well, but it's not gonna happen. God, imagine what we could do to this with modding. He's so good. Yeah. PC has less than a 3% market share in Japan. Why would they make a game that no one's gonna play? Oh. Yeah. That would be my luck. Yeah. So, basically, Gundam games aren't made by Bandai. They haven't made one since, like, 2007. They're made by third-party companies. Those third-party companies are in Japan because of a War for Earth basically made it so no American company is ever going to get a Bandai property, or a Gundam property again. Unless they want to pay a shitload of money. So, it has to be a Japanese company that produces it. They would then have to port it, like, the people who did New Gundam Breaker. That company actually tried to port it, and that's why it came out onto PC in the West. Yeah. So the company that made it would have to port it, because Bandai's not going to pay for it to be done. So, unless you could get the company in Japan to do it, which there's a 3% market share, it's not going to happen. Yeah, we have Anaros and Doris. Neither of which I particularly like. There's also Hero, who drives the car for the Federation. That's his only character trait. Yeah. Hero drives the car, the Unabomber blows people up because he finds blowing people up fun. Fred likes to kill people because Fred kills people. Doris is a super hacker. And Travis basically did the right thing but got arrested for it. It's the entire Federation side. Yep.
仕方ねえよな。お前がマルコシアスを引き継ぐんだ。ヴィンセント隊長。
俺が
船が近づいてきます。
あれはグラナダ艦隊の回収艦だ。これで助かるぞ。
So they just launched up in space with really no hope of surviving, but they get picked up by a Granada fleet ship. And of course, you know, Caecilia knew where they were the whole time. Yeah, guys, I think that'll do it for me for tonight. Next week we will come back and do some more stuff. We just got part 2 of the story completed, though. Yeah, so I think next Friday I'll try to come back and do some more of the story, if you guys want. We may or may not focus on Dynasty Warriors Gundam, I'm not sure. I'm kind of up in the air about streams right now, but yeah. Next Sunday, or in 2 days from now, I'll be streaming some Garma's Neo Zeon of their Reborn Legitimacy Zeon. So if you guys want to hang out with that, you can. Yeah, at some point Encounters in Space will happen. One day. I want to finish up the games I've already started, and then once we get that done, I'll start on new games. 2021 is going to be finishing all that bullshit I hadn't done in for 5 years. But yeah, so we'll finish up the Garma, or we'll start the Garma campaign on Sunday. We might do something a little bit else. We have a couple more campaigns to do in Dynasty Warriors. We can tackle this afterwards. At some point I want to play the SD Gundam game as well, or the Gundam Force game as well. I want to finish that up. That'll be fun. And basically anything else I can think of at the time. If you guys are interested in any notifications or anything, the Discord is in the description. Yeah, that's all I can think of. So, night, guys.